Out of the infinite potentials in the quantum field, they're selecting the worst possible outcome, and they're beginning to emotionally embrace it with fear, and they're conditioning their body into a state of fear. Do that enough times, the body has a panic attack without you. You can't even predict it because it's programmed subconsciously. So then you say to the person, why are you this way? And they'll say, I am this way because of this event that happened to me 15 or 20 years ago. And what that means from a biological standpoint is that they haven't been able to change since that event. So then the emotions from the experience tend to give the body and the brain a rush of energy. So people become addicted to the rush of those emotions, and they use the problems and conditions in their life to reaffirm their limitation, so at least they can feel something. So now when it comes time to change, you say to the person, why are you this way? Well, every time they recall the event, they're producing the same chemistry in their brain and body as if the event is occurring, firing and wiring the same circuits and sending the same emotional signature to the body. Well, what's the relevance behind that? Well, your body is the unconscious mind. It doesn't know the difference between the experience that's creating the emotion and the emotion that you're creating by thought alone. So the body's believing it's living in the same past experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so then when those emotions influence certain thoughts, and they do, and then those thoughts create the same emotions, and those same emotions influence the same thoughts, now the entire person's state of being is in the past. So then the hardest part about change is not making the same choices you did the day before, period. And the moment you decide to make a different choice, get ready, because it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel unfamiliar.
To separate two atoms, you need energy. Similarly, if your attention and energy are attached to certain people, places, and things in the physical world, it will take effort to break those bonds. In meditation, you must consider how much of your creative energy is consumed by guilt, hatred, resentment, lack, or fear. This energy could instead be used to create a new destiny. Meditation helps us alter our internal state, allowing us to disconnect from our ties to everyone and everything long enough to journey within. By shifting your focus away from your outer world, you can reclaim your energy and break free from your current reality. This transition involves moving from being somebody to being nobody, which requires detaching from your body, pain, and identity. You must shift your attention from your role as a partner, parent, or employee to nothingness, forgetting about your phone, emails, and daily tasks. This process also involves moving from somewhere to nowhere, and from linear time to no time, free from past memories or future concerns. It's not that your possessions like your phone or bank account are inherently bad, but becoming overly attached to them and the emotions they evoke can trap your attention and hinder new creation. To break free, you need to call back your fragmented energy and overcome the emotions tied to survival that keep you anchored to your current reality. By diverting your attention from external elements, you weaken the emotional and energetic bonds, freeing up energy to create a new future. This requires awareness of where your attention has been unconsciously placed, and, like separating two atoms, it will take conscious effort to break these bonds. People often come up to me during workshops, sharing stories about their computer crashing, their car being stolen, or losing their job and financial stability. When they talk about losing people or things in their life, I always respond with, "Great, look at how much energy you now have to design a new destiny." If you truly commit to this process and reclaim your energy, it may initially feel uncomfortable and chaotic. Get ready, because parts of your life may fall apart. But don't worry, that's a natural part of the process. You're breaking the energetic bonds with your past reality. Anything that no longer matches your future vibrationally will fall away. Let it go. Don't try to piece your old life back together. You'll be too busy creating your new destiny. For instance, a friend of mine, a vice president at a university, began meditation practice, and about 3 weeks in, he was fired during a board meeting. He called me, concerned that meditation wasn't working, saying, "Aren't great things supposed to happen?" I advised him not to cling to survival emotions, but to stay present and create from that space. Within 2 weeks, he met and fell in love with a woman he later married. He also received a job offer as vice president at a larger, better university, which he accepted. A year later, the college that fired him asked him to return as president. You never know what the universe has in store as your old reality dissolves and a new one takes shape. One thing is certain, the unknown has never let me down. To disconnect from the outer world, you must learn to change your brainwave patterns. Let's discuss brainwave frequencies briefly. When you're awake and conscious, you're typically in the beta range of brainwaves, which includes low, medium, and high frequencies. Low-range beta is a relaxed state without perceived threats, where you're still aware of your body in space and time. This is the state you're in when reading, having a friendly conversation, or listening to a lecture. Mid-range beta is a slightly more alert state, like when you're meeting a group of new people and trying to remember everyone's names. You are more vigilant, but not overly stressed or unbalanced. Think of it as beneficial stress. High-range beta, on the other hand, is what you experience when you're highly stressed and your brain is flooded with stress hormones. This is the state you're in when you feel emotions like anger, anxiety, frustration, or depression. High-range beta can be over 3 times higher than low-range beta and twice as high as mid-range beta. While most of your waking time is spent in beta brainwave frequencies, you also enter alpha frequencies throughout the day. Alpha brain waves are present when you're relaxed, calm, creative, and intuitive, when you're not actively thinking or analyzing, but rather daydreaming or imagining, similar to a trance state. If beta brain waves indicate attention focused on the external world, alpha brain waves signify a shift to internal focus. Theta brain waves emerge during the twilight state, when your mind is still awake, but your body is drifting into sleep. This frequency is also linked to deep meditation. Delta brain waves occur during deep, restorative sleep, although some meditators can achieve deep delta states while awake. During these states, their bodies appear deeply asleep, yet their brains process high amplitudes of energy, leading to profound mystical experiences of oneness and universal connectedness. Gamma brain waves represent a superconscious state, characterized by high-frequency energy when the brain is aroused by an internal event, such as during meditation. Unlike external stimuli, this arousal comes from within, creating an intensely focused and connected state. One of the biggest challenges in meditation is transitioning from high and mid-range beta states to alpha. This shift allows you to move from an externally focused, alert state to a more relaxed and internally focused one, essential for deeper meditation and internal exploration. It's crucial to shift into theta brainwave frequencies during meditation. When you slow down your brain waves to these levels, you detach from the external world and its myriad distractions, which are typically amplified under stress. You are no longer analyzing, strategizing, or preparing for worst-case scenarios based on past fears. Instead, you become fully present, existing only in the now. Imagine how liberating it would be during meditation to disconnect from all the elements of your outer environment, to transcend your body, fears, and schedule, and let go of your familiar past and predictable future. If done correctly, you might even lose track of time as you overcome automatic thoughts, emotions, and habits. This process allows you to step beyond your physical self, environment, and time, weakening the energetic bonds to your current reality and anchoring yourself in the present moment. Only then can you reclaim your energy. This requires effort, but it becomes easier with practice. Most of us live by stress hormones, so let's examine what happens when you're not present during meditation and how to address it. Understanding this skill is vital because if you can't transcend your stresses, problems, and pain, you can't create a new future free from those issues. Picture yourself meditating and stray thoughts begin to intrude. You're accustomed to thinking this way because you've been focusing on the same people and things in the same contexts for years. This repetition reinforces your personality and ties you to your current reality. conditioning your body to live in the past. However, now, with your eyes closed in meditation, you're not physically seeing your boss, but your body still craves the anger associated with her presence. This habitual response occurs because every time you see your boss during your waking hours, multiple times a day, 5 days a week, you feel bitterness or aggression. Even emails from her trigger the same emotional reaction. Your body has become so used to this cycle that it craves these emotions, reaffirming your addiction to anger. Your body longs to experience the emotions it has become dependent on, seeking out those familiar feelings even in meditation. Just like an addict craving a fix, your body yearns for the familiar rush of emotions. It wants to feel that familiar anger towards your boss for not getting that promotion, or the judgment towards a coworker who always needs you to cover for him. As you sit there trying to meditate, your mind drifts to other colleagues who annoy you and more reasons to be upset with your boss. Your body is demanding its chemical fix of those familiar emotions that you experience daily. The moment you recognize what's happening, that you're focusing all your attention on these emotions, you realize you're investing your energy into the past, because emotions are memories of past events. You stop and bring yourself back to the present moment, withdrawing your energy from the past. But soon enough, feelings of frustration, anger, and resentment resurface. You catch yourself again and remember that your body is trying to elicit these emotions to satisfy its addiction to these chemicals, driving your brain into high-range beta waves. You stop. Each time you pause, calm your body, and return to the present moment, you assert that your body is no longer in control. You are. But then, thoughts about the people you need to see, places you need to go, and tasks you need to complete later in the day start to intrude. You wonder if your boss has responded to that email yet, or if you've returned your sister's call. You remember it's trash day, and you need to take out the garbage. Suddenly, you realize that by anticipating these future scenarios, you're investing your attention and energy into the same known reality. So you stop again, return to the present moment, and once more withdraw your energy from that predictable future, making space for the unknown. When you find yourself in that sweet spot of the generous present moment, your energy no longer escapes to the past or future. You're divesting your energy from that familiar past and predictable future. You stop reinforcing the same neural circuits and signaling the same genes in the same ways by feeling those same old emotions. If you persist with this process, you continuously reclaim all that energy by severing the energetic ties that bind you to your current reality. This shift happens because you redirect your attention and energy away from the external world and focus it inward, building your own electromagnetic field around your body. Now, you have available energy to create something new. Naturally, as you meditate, your mind may start to wander again. Your body, accustomed to its daily routine, grows restless and impatient. It craves action, opening your eyes, watching TV, talking on the phone, tasting breakfast, smelling coffee, or feeling the warmth of a shower. The body seeks to engage with the physical world and its sensory experiences to invoke emotions. But your aim is to create a reality that transcends sensory perception, one that is shaped by your mind, not just your body. As you become aware of this programming, you keep bringing your body back to the present moment. The body will try to revert to its familiar past, seeking a predictable future. But each time you gently guide it back, your willpower strengthens. This act of repeatedly settling your body into the present moment, like training a dog to sit, reconditions your body to align with a new mindset. Each time you recognize your programmed habits and labor to stay in the present, you affirm that your will is stronger than your conditioning. By consistently refocusing your attention and energy on the present moment, and by being aware of when you're present and when you're not, your body will eventually surrender. This ongoing practice of returning to the present breaks the energetic ties to your known reality. When you do this, you move beyond your physical identity and step into the quantum field. The toughest part of any journey is the final stretch. When your body's habitual mind fights back, urging you to stop and return to familiar sensory experiences, you must persist. By truly stepping into the unknown, you begin to dismantle the emotional addictions within you. Overcoming feelings of guilt, suffering, fear, frustration, resentment, or unworthiness liberates your body from the chains of past habits and emotions, anchoring you firmly in the present. As you continue this process, you liberate energy that returns to you as the body releases stored emotions. No longer dominated by these emotions, you find that courage lies just beyond fear, wholeness beyond lack, and knowledge beyond doubt. By stepping into the unknown and letting go of anger or hatred, you uncover love and compassion. The same energy that was once stored in your body is now available to shape your new destiny. When you overcome your past self and the memories tied to your life, you break the bonds with every person, place, and event that anchor you to your current reality. By releasing anger and frustration, you free the energy trapped in the past, calling it back to you. This reclaimed creative energy, once tied up in survival emotions, now builds your personal energy field around your body. In our advanced workshops, we've measured this effect using sensitive equipment like the gas discharge visualization machine with the specially designed Sputnik antenna, developed by Dr. Konstantin Korotkov. This setup measures the ambient electromagnetic field in the workshop spaces. On the first full day, the energy in the room often drops as participants meditate and break their energetic ties to their known reality, drawing energy back to themselves from the greater field. As each participant builds their own energy field, the overall energy in the room may decrease initially. However, as the group collectively transcends their personal limitations and expands their individual energy fields, the room's energy begins to rise. This collective energy increase is observed over the course of the workshop. Before we go on, just a quick question. What should my next video be about? Please leave your ideas and suggestions in the comment section because your opinions really matter to me. Thanks. To enhance your meditation practice, give yourself ample time to avoid rushing through the experience. For instance, I set aside 2 hours for my meditation sessions, though I may not always use the full time. This ensures a focused and undistracted practice, allowing for a deeper and more successful meditation. I know myself well enough to understand that if I only have an hour, I'll feel rushed and tell myself there's not enough time. But if I set aside 2 hours, I can relax, knowing I have plenty of time to find the present moment. Some days, I quickly find that sweet spot of the present moment, while on other days, it can take me an hour just to bring my brain and body back into alignment. I'm a very busy person. Sometimes, when I come home for a brief 3-day break between workshops or events, I wake up already thinking about the 3 meetings I have scheduled with different staff members, mentally rehearsing what I need to discuss. Then, I remember the emails I need to send before those meetings, the flight I have to catch that afternoon, and the phone calls I need to make on the way to the airport. This mental rehearsal primes my brain and body as if that future is already happening. Realizing this, I stop anticipating the known and refocus on the present moment. As I do this, I begin to undo the neural connections tied to my routine thoughts. I might get emotional, becoming impatient or frustrated about something from yesterday. Since emotions are records of the past, and where I place my attention is where I place my energy, I realize I'm investing my energy in the past. The stress hormones might kick in, arousing my brain and putting my body into high-range beta brain waves. I then have to calm myself back into the present moment, stopping the old neural firing and wiring and withdrawing energy from the past. By recognizing these habitual thoughts linked to familiar feelings and stopping myself from indulging them, I prevent my body from being conditioned by the past and signaling the same genes in the same ways. Emotions are the end products of experiences, and if those experiences signal genes, then by stopping those same emotions, I stop selecting and instructing the same genes, affecting my health positively and not priming my body for a future based on past experiences. Inhibiting these familiar feelings changes my body's genetic programming. Since long-term stress hormones downregulate healthy gene expression and promote disease, each time I catch myself in a stress-related emotion and stop, I prevent my body from being conditioned to stress. When I successfully overcome these familiar thoughts and emotions tied to my past and future, I energetically, neurologically, biologically, chemically, hormonally, and genetically break free from that predictable future and familiar past. By no longer firing and wiring those old neural networks tied to past memories, I call energy back to myself. Now, I can live in the sweet spot of the present moment with available energy to create. I've built my own energy field around my body, and every time I labor, sometimes for hours, to get beyond myself and find that place called the eternal now, I always think the same thing. It was so worth it. The concept known as the observer effect in quantum physics highlights how the mere act of observation can alter the behavior of particles at a quantum level. Similarly, your focused attention and intention possess the potential to impact the outcomes in your life. Your mind isn't merely a passive bystander, but an active participant in shaping reality. Understanding the power of your mind entails recognizing that you have the capacity to consciously choose your thoughts, emotions, and actions. By intentionally directing your mental and emotional energy towards your aspirations, you can steer the course of your life. This realization brings profound responsibility and empowerment. It signifies that you hold the ability to transform your life by shifting your thoughts and emotions. You are not subject to circumstances, but rather the architect of your destiny. Emotions are more than just feelings. They represent forms of energy. When you experience an emotion, your body releases specific chemicals and hormones that affect your entire being, influencing both your physical and mental states. These biochemical changes create a feedback loop with your thoughts and behaviors. For example, feeling fear often leads to more fearful thoughts and behaviors aligned with fear. This loop can either propel you towards your goals or hinder your progress, depending on the emotions you experience. Your emotional state emits a vibrational frequency that interacts with the quantum field, an interconnected web of energy and information underlying reality. When you cultivate a positive emotional state, you resonate with higher frequencies within the quantum field, thereby facilitating the attraction of desired outcomes. Shifting your emotional state involves transforming lower frequency emotions into higher frequency ones. This might involve transmuting fear into courage or anger into compassion. The goal isn't to suppress emotions, but to acknowledge them and consciously choose to elevate them. Your subconscious mind, where habits and beliefs reside, is significantly influenced by your emotional state. Emotions serve as a bridge between your conscious and subconscious minds. By consistently nurturing positive emotions, you reprogram your subconscious to align with your desires and support your goals. Your heart assumes a pivotal role in orchestrating emotional shifts. Studies reveal that the heart generates its own electromagnetic field, influencing both the brain and the body. When you nurture positive emotions within your heart, you send coherent signals to your brain, enhancing your overall emotional state. This synchronization between your heart and brain creates emotional coherence, a balanced and harmonious state where your body functions optimally, and your mind becomes a potent tool for manifesting your desires. Achieving emotional coherence requires consistent practice. It's not about suppressing negative emotions, but acknowledging them and consciously pivoting towards positive ones. Regular meditation and mindfulness techniques can empower you to master your emotions by maintaining a positive emotional state aligned with your aspirations. You emit a coherent vibrational signal into the quantum field. This resonance heightens the probability of attracting experiences that resonate with your emotional state, thereby manifesting your desires. Clearly defining what you wish to manifest is crucial. Specify your desires and visualize them as already fulfilled. This sets a precise intention in your consciousness, serving as a blueprint for the quantum field. Regular meditation helps in gaining control over thoughts and emotions, quieting mental noise, and accessing the subconscious mind where lasting change occurs. Through mindfulness, you become aware of your thought patterns and can intentionally steer them towards your desired outcomes. Focus on the present moment, the nexus of power where change unfolds. Release past regrets and future anxieties, immersing yourself fully in the now. Here, you have the agency to make choices that align with your intentions. Act as if your desires have already materialized. This reinforces your intention and signals readiness to the universe for manifestation. Align your actions with your vision, trusting the universe's intelligence and letting go of the need to micromanage. Transformation unfolds gradually with sustained effort and patience. Stay committed to your vision even when progress seems slow. Remember, you are not a passive spectator in life, but a conscious co-creator of your reality. The science discussed underscores the profound link between thoughts, emotions, and the reality you experience. By harnessing the power of your mind, understanding the interplay of thoughts and emotions, and cultivating positivity and coherence, you open doors to infinite possibilities. Your mind transcends the confines of your skull, influencing the universe through intentions and focus. The quantum field responds to your coherent vibrations, aligning circumstances with your desires. As you journey forward, remember that you hold the key to transforming your reality and manifesting your deepest aspirations. Embrace the responsibility and empowerment that come with this understanding. Change your mind, change your life isn't just a phrase. It's a truth grounded in science and personal experience. The power to shape your reality lies within you.